This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and fire. We keeping the foot on the what? Eggs. We keeping the foot on the what? Eggs. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? On immediate pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes. Errol Spence is going to properly retire Manny Pacquiao via AARP retirement Pac-Man style. Let me explain why. See, we have to look at the delineation, the distinction, the gulf, and the separation that's associated with Errol Spence. And let me explain what it is. Spence is the truth. They call him the truth because there's no lies in his damn fist. Spence is the ultimate gamut. Spence is the napalmer. Spence is the etherer. Spence is the murker when it comes to the boxing ring. We saw Mayweather Boxing Club talk about it. I saw 8 people talk about Errol Spence. 5 of them picked in favor of Spence, 3 in Manny Pacquiao's favor. The 3 that picked in Manny Pacquiao's favor, they didn't make no fucking sense. They basically Mikey Garcia'd him. Oh, we're picking Manny Pacquiao because he's Manny Pacquiao. What the fuck does that mean? When you're picking somebody, there has to be legitimate causation behind why you're picking them. You can't just pick somebody because you're picking them. The 5 folks that picked Errol Spence, they explain why. They either said because he was more youthful, which it's more to that. The guy that was the best was the light heavyweight from Dallas. He explained, man, EJ's back on his shit. EJ's with his SNC coach. EJ's doing his thing. EJ's doing what he got to do. He called him EJ. But his name is Errol. You know, Errol, not Earl. Like a lot of people say, it's Errol, meaning he has that older guy's name, Errol. When we look at Errol the True Spence, Errol the True Spence is what he is, the truth in the boxing ring. Because Errol the True Spence is a guy that is focused. It is a guy that is on his super shredder shit. It is a guy that is basically willing to dominate on epic proportion, epic magnitudes, and epic variations. Errol, the True Spence, is what he is, the truth, because there's no lies in his damn fist. This explains why he got back with the SNC coach. Because all along he was going to be fighting Manny Pacquiao. That explains it. And I can see why he did that move. Because he got to deal with the fact that although Manny Pacquiao is not the same fighter, for the first 6 rounds, Manny Pacquiao can be a fucking problem in terms of speed and in terms of punches and bunches. So Spence want to make sure that his conditioning is so on fucking point, which I could understand. And he wanted to take it to the next level so that way he can bulldoze and steamroll and plow through Manny Pacquiao, even with the bullshit and fuck shit that Manny Pacquiao is doing. Errol the True Spence is a special fighter. You guys are going to understand how special he is come August 21st. Because he's going to systematically break down Manny Pacquiao. He's going to do what Floyd did, but in his own way. Airfield fighters all have special abilities. Floyd's special ability was the CompuBox ability. The ability for him to figure your ass out, for him to treat you basically like he's a literal computer box, right? When we look at Andre Ward's airfield fighting ability was his inside game. There's no fighter in boxing history that has the level of inside game that Andre Ward has. That's this motherfucker's bread and butter. Andre Ward is the single most greatest inside fighter because he uses so many tactics in his inside arsenal. Errol Spence's airfield fighter ability is his tactical aggression, his technical punching placement, and his body snatching work, the levying on style, the punishment style, especially when it's at its super peak form. We saw the super peak form in the Kell Brook fight. We saw the super peak form in the Chris Algieri fight. And we saw it in the Danny Garcia fight. I know a lot of people are not going to agree, but in the Danny Garcia fight, Errol Spence was out countering the counter puncher, man. Danny Garcia wasn't touching shit. And we also saw this shit in other fights. Chris Van Heater. I mean, the list goes on and on, man. Spence is making sure that the striations is there. He's making sure that the veinage is there. He's making sure that the super shredder shape is there. He's making sure that his physical attributes and physical abilities is there. Because when it's all said and done, Spence is all about dominating his opponents. He's all about physically castrating his opponents. He's all about physically annihilating his opponents. Manny Pacquiao is going to be an example. So when the Mayweather Boxing Club says 5 in Spence's favor and 3 in Manny Pacquiao's favor, I believe those 3 people that said it were fucking haters. And the ones who said that only because Spence is young, they're fucking hating too. Spence is all about proving people wrong. This is what Spence is about. This is his DNA. This is his fiber. The fiber of his being is to prove your rabbit ass wrong. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to prove all of the haters and he's going to prove all of the doubters wrong. Because when it's all said and done, they call him the truth because there's no lies in his damn fist. That's the cool part. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat from fashion. Because if the Mayweather Boxing Club was being honest with themselves, it should have been an 8-0 sweep. The ones that pick Manny Pacquiao, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. The ones that's just saying, oh, because Spence is young, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. You're going to see a mixed variation of Errol Spence showcasing superior boxing skills. Errol Spence is also going to show he's faster than Manny Pacquiao, which a lot of people don't fucking believe. And Errol Spence is going to show that he's more powerful than Manny Pacquiao. This is what I believe when I'm assessing this fight. I'm going to see from Errol Spence. A guy that's going to basically prove people wrong on so many levels. But he's also going to make a statement. That's the cool part. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat from fashion. I keeps the foot on the X. I keeps the foot on the X. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.